Welcome back. Let's continue with our chapter. Now it is page number 3 and your third para. Right? I'm sure you all keep your books with you so that you can understand where I'm reading and what I'm explaining. Please, I want you all to keep your books with you. Right? For this purpose, he called to him a merry spirit by the name Puck or Robin, good fellow, who used to delight in playing tricks upon the simple village people. Now, King Oberon, he had something in his mind and he really wanted that boy. So, what he did, he called upon a good spirit, right? And his name was Puck. He wanted him. He used to play tricks on the village people, and that's what this king wanted him to play a trick on the queen. So let's see. He turned their milk sour. Now, what he used to do, he used to turn the milk of the villagers sour. He carried off their cream. He upset an old woman's chair as she was about to sit on it, and so on. So he used to play these small tricks on the villagers. O'Brien used to employ him to carry messages and to do other things. Now, many times, maybe O'Brien must have used him, or he must have employed him to do work for him. Come here, Puck, said O'Brien. Bring me the flower which maids call love in idleness. So he wanted Puck to go and get a flower, and what was the name of the flower? Love in idleness. The juice of that purple flower, if laid over the eyes. Now, what was the work of that flower that you should know? If it is laid over the eyes of those who are sleeping, while make them fall suddenly in love with the first thing their eyes meet when they awake. Okay. Uh, he wanted to use the juice of that flower. And what was the work of that juice? You put that flower in someone's eyes who is sleeping, then what happens is when the person is awake, the moment he wakes up, and the first thing that he sees, he falls in love with that thing. I will drop some of, okay, this is what he says, I'll drop some of the juice of the flower upon the eyelids of my Titania when she is asleep, so that she will fall in love with the first thing she looks upon when she opens her eyes, whatever it may be. And therefore I take off this charm. I will make her give me that child to be my servant boy. So he was doing all this just to get the servant boy. Off Puck went for the flower, for this was just the kind of work he enjoyed. Now Puck was really happy. He ran and he looked for the flower. He went to get the flower. While Oberon was waiting for his return, Demetrius, searching for Hermia and Helena, following Demetrius, entered the woods. Now, while this king was waiting for Puck to return with the flower, who entered the woods? Demetrius. He was looking for Hermia, and Helena, who was actually following Demetrius. Oberon, who could make himself unseen, watched them and listened to their conversation. Now, of course, Oberon was the king of fairies and elves. He had some magical powers, and that's what he did. He made himself invisible and he heard their conversation. I love you, not therefore do not come after me. Now, this is what I'm sure Demetrius was telling Helena, that I do not love you, so therefore do not come or do not follow me. Go away and follow me no more. Helena gently reminded him how he had once made love to her, and how, in spite of this coldness to her, she went on loving him. And she must follow him, she added, whether he allowed her to do so or not. Upon this, Demetrius was angry and rushed into the bushes. He hoped she would not follow him there, but she still struggled after him. I'm sure this much is clear. So she really loved him, and she reminded him that there was a time when he must have accepted his love for her, but suddenly he turned cold and he was more interested in Hermia. Let's see what happens later on. O'Brien, as he watched her disappear into the bushy wood, felt great pity for her and decided to help her. He decided to use the love juice which Puck was bringing him to make Demetrius fall in love with Helena. So he had a plan in his mind. The moment he saw how she was struggling to get his love, he thought of getting the love juice, put few drops into his eyes so that he would fall in love with Helena. So when Puck returned with the juice, he said to him, "Search all this wood. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a youth who scorns her. Scorns means hates her. Apply the juice into his eyes and do it in such a way that the next thing he may look at may be the lady. You will know man by his Athenian dress." So you can actually find out who the man is by the way he is dressed. Right? So he told the Puck, okay, King Oberon, he told Puck that he can do one thing. He can go into the forest and look for a man who is dressed in Athenian wear. And you can find and make sure you put few drops of this love juice into his eyes so that the moment he sees this lady, he falls in love with her. Right, we'll continue from page number 5 in our next video. Right, please do one thing, read. Please read as much as possible. It is very important for you. Right, thank you.